spiritually, I want to family members who can go to the government and on thing and get body order. But body order can fuel subsidy among
baking soda, green tea, apple cider, vinegar, and lemon juice could also help get rid of body odor, according to research. It is good business to smell good at all times to avoid embarrassment and boost self-confidence. Remember to consult a doctor if yours is not related to personal hygiene. Dress well and smell good. Paul. Akbc News.
Electricity has been described as one of the world's most impactful inventions and utility due to its crucial role on basically every aspect of daily living. Given its importance, residents of Uyo Metropolis and its environs have called for the restructuring of the power sector to better support environmental and socio-economic sustainability. Margaret Bassi reports.
Electricity, as an essential necessity of everyday living, provides a wide range of domestic, industrial, and economic advantage to make life meaningful and productive. Notwithstanding its essence, it is one of Nigeria's most troubled sector, with decades of power failure attributed to non-settlement of electricity bill, poor funding of the sector, infrastructural decay, theft of installations, damage of transmission lines, and overloading of distribution transformers, according to respondents.
For 1 week plus now, this is an interruption intermittently. As all your own one this way now in tune. I will transform again so the army capable the transformer or the electronics and I will use that for that number of years. Electricity condition in Akbc is I would say is okay, and they take it maybe within 3-4 hours they take it and you see them bringing it back. So we've not had issue of electricity, though it depends on the area. Longer ones. Even anything.
Poor electricity supply can result to failure of business as well as rapid decline in social amenities like availability of potable drinking water and improved healthcare services. Although there are other sources of power, such as the generator and solar energy, their cost implication and related health hazards, especially the release of carbon monoxide, are a cause for concern. High tariff and low voltage are some of the threats to the reliability of power supply as presented by consumers.
But if I see anything, we don't know what's the problem. So at least government will be on this and all those kind of things. It's terrible. Right now, we are badly hit. In fact, turning on your private generator is a luxury. Like 10 tan or 15 tan get with that. We can play. I'm not sure of you. Don't be in charge phone. Because up the getting on charge. We can live over in them because it can be a system fridge. I'm going to be out of
Accordingly, a reliable and sufficient supply of electricity has been recommended to serve expected demands, even as respondents requested government intervention and redeployment of more holistic approaches to remedy challenges of poor power supply.
We are begging government to put in place alternatives to at least alleviate this. then go young more, I don't know.
You don't reduce a coin gang, and I will gonna enjoy because the bush you're going to pay again for the beginning. I own him. But I'm already a big company that I phone now. The facilities being used, even by power holders, are government facility. But if they can allow individuals to come in, private sectors to come in, some of them will go as far as of getting their own power plants. So it will help and bring competition and subsidize the whole thing.
Effort made to speak with the head of corporate communications of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company proved abortive, but from an anonymous source, the company is experiencing infrastructural breakdown as an alternative extension previously used has been threatened by overload, resulting to the disconnection of some areas to preserve the asset. The source expressed the hope that on the arrival of the replacement, power will be restored to the areas affected with prolonged outage. Margaret Bassi, Akbc News.
Coalition of Aboriginal Coastal Local Government Areas throws in immortalizing one of the early missionaries who promoted Christianity in Nigeria and stopped the killing of twins, a former Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Glory Edet, has built and handed over a chapel to the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria, Ikorobong, in Ibionibom local government area. Christened the Mary Mitchell Slessor Chapel, the edifice is built where the missionary died in Use Ikoroku, Ibionibom. Paul reports on the handing over event and reasons for the donors' gesture.
1876, a Scottish missionary by name Mary Mitchell Slessor came to Nigeria at the age of 28, landed the then Calabar, did her missionary job, and later settled in Itu in 1904. Known as the White Queen of Okoyong and Mambakara, Mary Slessor, after traversing the present-day Akwa Ibom state, including Ikbeikonkon, in the local government area, built schools, churches, hospitals, stopped the killing of twins, and stayed in Useikoroku till her death on January 15, 1915. These numerous good works done by Mary Slessor may have prompted many people, including the former Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Glory, to find ways of immortalizing her. This Dr. did by building and donating a chapel in Mary Slessor's name to Presbyterian Church of Nigeria.
On behalf of the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria and my trustees, I accept the key of the trust committed unto us.
Addressing the Presbyterian Church members, Aqua Synod, and guests who attended the dedication of Mary Slessor Chapel, Dr. Glory said her grandfather lived with Mary Slessor along two other men in Ikbeikonkon for years, and that Mass Slessor, as she was told, impacted the area positively. She donated a generating seat to the chapel and promised to pay the salaries of the chaplain there and other staff for 2 years.
So Mary Slessor lived there. My grandfather lived with her, and of course she did so many things. She built established so many churches in Ibe parish. And when we grew up, I told myself and our family, because from time to time we used to discuss about Mary Slessor. And I told God, it's a dream of many years that by the special grace of God, if we have any opportunity, we will do something in memory of Mary Slessor. And today I want to thank God because the dream has been fulfilled.
Dr. Kaniwere Kampo, who supervised the chapel project, thanked the Useikoroku community for giving them the needed support.
And also thank God that throughout the people involved in this place, though this place is a difficult terrain to do construction work, but God saw us through.
Other guests to grace the occasion thanked Dr. Glory for such gesture and donated for the upkeep of the edifice.
I want to believe the man that will be here to take care of this place. We have to live in this place.
Congratulations, Dr. Glory and your whole family. When I heard that you're going to dedicate and donate a chapel, it touched my heart really, because whatever you do for God is eternal. The blessings are in this life and when the life is coming.
That is Dr. Glory. Thank you. Thank you. We're coming today to see this digital building. It's a great thing. She has left a legacy. And together with somebody that is known for his acts. Service to God and humanity. She's a model to us. She's a material to us. I don't know if she did not come today.
In a sermon of the theme, What Legacy Will You Leave Behind?, the prelate of the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria and moderator of the General Assembly, His Eminence Dr. Akbc, charged Christians to emulate Mary Slessor, who after 108 years of her death is still celebrated, and saluted Dr. Glory for her magnanimity of immortalizing the female legend.
Today we are celebrating the legacy of Mary Slessor, a woman who lived, who had no child, who had no house. What authorizes a man is not what he does for himself, but what he does for others.
The event featured thanksgiving, prayer for the donor, and dedication of the chapel.
What Mary Mitchell Slessor, a missionary who came to Nigeria and died in 1915 due to humanity, is worth emulating, as exemplified by Dr. Glory. From Ikoreku, the village where Mary Slessor died, a year Akbc.
The recent move by the Akbc state government to provide for the state an acceptable and more comprehensive mapping has elicited widespread reactions. Of the several, that of the National Assembly member representing Andoni Opobo Nkoro Federal Constituency in Rivers State has been described as a meddlesome attempt to sensationalize the matter. This was a position of the Coalition of Aboriginal Coastal Local Government Areas of West Deket, Ona, Mbainin and Ikorabasi, which is calling on the state government to increase security presence in the coastal communities to forestall breakdown of law and order.
Addressing newsmen in Uyo on Friday, the president of the coalition, Dr. Samuel Udonsak, condemned the destruction of lives and property in Ikorakpanudo in Ikorabasi, as well as coconut plantation in Eastern Obolo and skirmishes in Esrura, Eket local government area. Flanked by members of the group, Dr. Udonsak reeled out historical facts and court judgments on the subject matter, which recognizes the ownership of the entire coastline of the state as having been determined in perpetuity by various apex courts as far back 1918. Describing the dissenting voices against government plans as divisive, he said the Aboriginal coastal areas were not against those conversing for Ijaw or Obolo states, but stressed that no Ibibio Aboriginal land would be part of such a movement.
The coalition would like to inform the unsuspecting public that the ownership of the entire Akwa State coastline has been determined in perpetuity by various apex courts, some as far back as 1918. Akwa State has never been mapped before, and we agree that this exercise is the constitutional responsibility of the state, and believe that this will put an end to the irritating, chronic, and perennial conflicts emanating from lack of official boundaries between some local governments especially along our Atlantic coastline.
Some local government council chairmen of the affected areas, as well as other critical stakeholders, pitched their position in favor of the ongoing mapping, berated the meddlesomeness of the Rivers State National Assembly member, and acknowledged previous court rulings on the controversial matters.
The Ubereka people, in their defense, did not claim ownership of the land when they restored the land. They did not say they owned the land. They claimed non-possession. You can possess what does not belong to you. So there is a clear difference between ownership and possession. I have seen the Istanbul people particularly bring homages to my father, to my village, to my family. I have seen it many times. And I challenge you again, go to Igbo is a fishing community, isn't it? But where is your markets? Go to the headquarters of Istanbul, what ask them, what is your big market that people send fish in? As a local of what ask them? Nobody should talk about me. If a man says